My name is Michael Johnson, and I spoke about creative collaboration and how you have technologists and creative people, filmmakers, how they can work together, what the process is for writing software for artists. Well, I think you always have to respect the people that you're dealing with. You have to understand that from their perspective, their production people, change is bad. If you're if you're asking them to change, you're asking them to pay some tax, and so you have to figure out how to overcome that and be empathetic for them and make it so that it's not 3 steps forward, 1 step back, it's just 3 steps forward. A lot of times people will learn more by playing, by sort of making fun of their coworkers, hopefully not in too brutal of a way, but in basically embracing the technology for fun, not just for work, and that can be a really great way of getting people to be better at what it is that they do. If they're creative people, they need to be better at their tools, they need to be good at their tools, and that's one way of doing it, poking fun at each other. I mean, it's hard. I worked, the company I work for now, I worked remote for them for several years, and there's, in some contexts, you can get a lot of work done that way. I liken it to sort of space sickness. They always say with astronauts, you don't know until they go up if they're actually going to be able to handle space. They don't really know what causes people to get incapacitated up there, and so sometimes they'll just have guessed wrong. And it's like that working at home. You can be like, oh, I'm not going to go and, play with my cat all day and watch TV and eat out of the refrigerator and gain 27 pounds, or maybe you will. And until you try it, you can't really know. And so I think you can't really get away from wanting to hang out with people, that sort of serendipity of contact, of making new friends, of sort of having shared experiences because you're actually hanging out together. That you can't beat that. I think if you care, if you want to do this, every piece of every part of your process can be tracked in digital, which analog, fundamentally a lot of times it's destructive. You do a sketch and then you keep working on that sketch, and then maybe you ripped a piece of paper and you didn't actually have a good copy of that thing, and now you're going to redraw the sketch from memory. In the digital space, you actually have all that information. Whether that's useful or not, it's hard to say. In some places it can be very interesting, but that's, I think, a fundamental difference. The ephemera is tracked. You keep trying. I mean, it's, like a shark, you keep moving. You got to try something, even if you know it's not going to work. You got to get it out of your brain, and you got to get it up there so that everybody can see it and comment on it and give you feedback on it. Find a group of people who are interested in what you do, that you find what they do interesting as well, who you can give each other feedback on. Even if your friend's a painter and you're a writer, but she likes to read what you do, and you like to give her feedback on what she's painting, or whatever the disciplines are. Just if you've got creative friends who you trust, who you're willing to show stuff to, who you're willing to take their feedback. You don't have to don't take it blindly, but if they will bring up things, and you'll allow them in your process early enough that you don't have too much ego wrapped up in the work, and you'll be willing to go, oh, that's a really good point, yeah, maybe I could try that. That's the most important thing, to have friends, to have people who you can show your stuff to, who will give you feedback. Give a good note, point out the problem, propose a solution, and give it to them when they can actually do something with the information.